Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? It's your boy Roar. We're here with a bunch of amazing digital circus songs, and we're just going to jump into it right now, starting with Don't Hug Me, I'm Abstracting. I don't know if this is in reference to Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. I haven't checked out that series yet. If you guys want me to, please let me know in the comments. Obviously, links to all these songs will be in the description, so go check them out if you enjoyed and support the people that made them. Let's get into it.
You know, I'm proud of us.
Me too, pal. I just hope...
You weren't supposed to do this, let us go or you'll be gone within a day!
Well, that's not family friendly.
Please let us out! RMRF Kane!
How about a game?
I guess it's
Okay.
my whole life.
Whoa, okay, first of all, if this is Ragatha or Zubul singing, that's the second time I've heard them sing in a song. It sounds a little bit more like Ragatha, but anyway, I like how we had a little bit of a rap bit, and then the instrumental is very ploddy and kind of slow. So then we kind of go into, what feels like a much more natural flow for the song, kind of singing and that kind of thing. Which to me, as we try and go over what he was saying here, I could probably just look at the nope, not show comments. I didn't know that was a thing we could do. That's cool. Subtitles. There we go. I didn't know that rap bit feels like we're very much freaking out right now. So it makes sense to have that rapid fire delivery.
Me too, pal. I just hope...
You weren't supposed to do this, let us go or you'll be gone within a day!
Well, that's not family friendly.
Oh, okay. So he says, let us go or you'll be gone within a day. I made this. You better get out of here. You better make this stop or else we're going to, end you. Okay.
Please let us out! RMRF Kane!
How about a...
I am RMFK. I know away from keyboard, AFK. I don't know what the rest of that is, but okay.
I guess it's my whole life here. Maybe we should die here.
Wow.
If we only...
Okay, so that's an interesting... Okay, I know what I said about how the singing was cool. It felt like that was starting us into a verse, bridge, chorus structure, but now we're getting a whole beat switch. Okay. For everyone to be singing, I guess that's my whole life, I guess I should just die here. Okay. We're kind of being dropped into what I would presume to be before this guy abstracted, before the rest of the group abstracted. Probably everyone was a bit shaken up. This was before Pomni came in, I would assume.
We should die here. If we only got each other, might as well just try.
Yeah, that'll go great.
Love it, 'cause everyone that we lost was just like you and I. Don't wanna
There's
die
two of us.
Oh, okay. Okay, so first of all, I love the singing. And obviously you got to have the dismissive antics of Jax. Yeah, that'll work out well. And then Gangle comes in, stop that. Yeah, that's interesting. I really do love this idea of just kind of keeping things open-ended with everyone discussing the past and discussing the other characters. If you've seen the ending of the show, you know how they've ended things as a series, which is really cool. I feel like that just gives fans so much more opportunity to share their vision of how things go, which is cool when you're sane about it.
just like you and I. Don't wanna die
There's two of us.
And the fact that she was saying the people that we lost are just like you and I, we're finding other people in our lives that can not necessarily fill that hole, but it can make us feel like we're not alone again, right? And I feel like that's something the finale talked about in spades. It's not about always trying to fill a hole of whoever that person was that you lost. It's about, hey, there are other people out there that can care about you and can be friendly to you, be there for you, and being aware of that's important. So.
just like you and I. Don't wanna die
There's two of us. There's two of us. My missing puzzle piece. There's two of us. There's two of us. Together finally.
Oh. Jeez.
Queenie?
Cause they don't respect my power. I'm a stand-up guy.
You're absolutely wrong.
You're just a mistake.
We hate you.
You're a funny eye.
I'll never die.
What if this is all we got and it really never ends?
I'll always be a nobody.
Don't tell me that this is real. Can't acknowledge what I did.
Jax, to me, you're still my somebody.
So okay, this is interesting, especially seeing the finale, right? Yeah, it's very interesting to see before things changed how it all, how these characters would have very easily felt, how they did feel as they were talking. Man, it's really hard to. What's interesting to me, again, if you've seen the finale, it's very interesting to me to see Kane so basically evil, like, chaotic evil, enjoying inflicting pain on everybody and just loving it for a sense of control and what have you. So to see how that all kind of turned around, I'm honestly still processing it because it feels like a great way to go. But it just felt like after all the crazy buildup we have, it's like, wow, that just kind of concluded on its own. Interesting. Anyway.
We all go on.
I feel so happy today. I can't throw this one away.
So unhappy.
Oh, wait. So I'm assuming I didn't look at who made this one. I think this was the same person that did Happy Happy. Or Happy Hoppy, whatever. So saying don't want to throw this one away, that's what Ribbit said in the other song. That's cool. I like that. Also, this visual too, I like how it's very indicative of the constantly changing geometric structure of the circus, but then also a visual representation of people who are lost in the pit to those who are trying to rise up from it, but you're still in this void, so you're like not quite there, but you're gathering yourself mentally, and trying to encourage your friends. I think that's very, very cool. I like that.
Maybe it's not a mistake.
And there they go, up to the top.
If we only got each other.
What are you doing being all sassy like that? Come on.
Cause everyone that we lost was just like you and
Oh.
So let's make the most of it. No limit to this sky.
We're gonna die.
Ooh. Wow. That's really the end of that. Okay. I loved the okay, yeah, this is the same person that did So Happy. Pilotra. Okay. Cool. Man, I loved how they mixed that chorus with everyone singing together. That was really, really cool. 'Cause it's hard given, group vocals, especially if people record things differently. We're not all in a studio together with similar mic settings. It can be a lot of work if you don't know what you're doing. And even if you do know what you're doing, it can be difficult. So they did a great job with that. That was structured very interestingly. I think maybe how it started kind of got me off kilter with thinking how they were going to stick to a verse chorus structure, because that's how these songs normally go, most songs. But that was really, really cool. I like that a lot. That was very, very interesting. I love how they tell stories with the visuals too. Just kind of, give a deeper view into the circus and all that. So this next one is the abstraction song to Scratch, Itch My Brain.
Another chance, a new world, a fresh start, unknown faces. This time it'll be right. I found the light. I found.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Internet. I love that so much. Right when I'm doing something, you just decide to crap out for like 5 seconds. Why? Because now it's going to work.
Travel the distance to this atmosphere, but I see myself hidden in here. A bit strange and unknown. Can't explain this feeling in my bones. Aches are gone, my mind is steady. There's no question, I'm at peace already. It's not forever.
Okay, so first of all, again, similar to what I was talking about the previous video. I like how we're getting a different visual of the circus. We're getting some story here. I like that, and I think the lyrics are very well done. We're doing a lot of great descriptors here. I think the voice doesn't sound natural as a baritone to bass. It sounds like we're really trying to go, feel it in my bones, or feel it in my bones. That felt very hard for that singer to hit, which is fine. I just think, especially with this being a very laid back beat, I think you could easily go to a different range and it'll be fine. Oftentimes, at least from what I've seen, when you have a really simple beat, there's every opportunity then to have your voice do the main showcase, so to speak. But if you can have a really complicated, wild, crazy beat, then there's more reason to just keep your voice monotone, because you're almost more a percussive instrument at that point. So since this is just laying down a very basic beat and everything, you could, you could really just play with your voice matching the harmony. I feel like that could have worked a little better. But anyway, let's see how the rest of this goes.
There's no question I'm at peace already. It's not for everyone, but it's for me. First time in a long time, I feel free. This is scratching an itch in my brain. I never knew that life could be this way. Take advantage of what I can do. It's limitless, things feel effortless, yeah. I never wanna go back. No way am I ever gonna go back. I'm good right here. So let's make the most of the moment.
Okay, so first of all, I really like this idea. Like I was saying, giving us a different viewpoint of things. Scratch really enjoying this. He had all those ideas, right? So I could imagine that in a place like the Digital Circus, where you have opportunity to just do so much that you would really enjoy this and maybe feel like, hey, I'd rather stay here. And maybe that could have also been part of the tumor as well, where, if we're just playing into this fan lore, that because of that tumor, his faculties were changing a little bit, pressing against maybe his objective thinking, right? Kinger's trying to be like, hey, we do have to get out of here. I know this seems great, but this isn't the best situation. We got to get out of here. And he's like, what are you talking about? This is everything I could ever want. So I like that. I just think as I'm hearing another verse with that same voice, because I thought maybe we were hearing a deeper tone at the beginning, but hearing it again, it really feels like it's missing some oomph with the vocals, especially since the instrumental is staying with the which is great. It's a great beat. Don't get me wrong. I just think there's so much more you could do with the vocals on that. I think it's fine to have some laid back, deeper, sort of melodic flow in your singing. But if it keeps going that way, I think you could make more use of the instrumental that you have.
So let's make the most of the moment.
Also, in some of these parts as well, it feels like we're singing very quietly. And if you've ever recorded vocals and you've worried about your parents hearing you in the next room, you know what I mean. And I'm not accusing this singer of singing that. It just sounds like, let's make the most of the moment. Like we're not really punching it. I don't know. That's just what I'm hearing. Yeah. If you want to stay in a deeper voice right there, then you really are going to have to reach into projecting then. But if you're kind of doing this auto crooning singing style, it just kind of sounds like, we're not really utilizing the beat as much as we could. Anyway.
So much to learn, so much to do, and I've got all the time in the world. I wanna see what's out there to discover, 'cause right now I've got no clock ticking down on me. It's how it should be.
Okay, and I would have to listen to the instrumental to figure out how much time you kind of have between the very minuscule changes that are going on in the instrumental. I would probably have worded that verse a little bit differently. It sounded very strange how we went over a couple of those lines, but that's just me.
Not for everyone, but it's for me. First time in a long time, I feel free.
Oh man, Kinger squaring up does not feel natural. Okay.
Advantage of what I can do. It's limitless, things feel effortless, yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe he gave Kane a bunch of ideas. That's interesting.
Am I ever gonna go back? I'm good right here. So let's make the most of the moment. This is everything.
Wait, that changed him then?
If anybody
No.
tries to find a back door, I can't let them. I've never
Wait. Okay, hold on. He told Kane about something, and then Kane took his head and put some papers into it, some files maybe? Put some files into it and then moved it away. So then Queenie was trying to talk to him about it, feeling in that area, and then he's grinning like, oh, they don't suspect anything. So I wonder if that was changing him around. And also he's holding his head right now, so maybe the tumor is affecting him. Maybe Scratch put some stuff into Kinger to keep him not as aware of things? That's interesting. Because then how would the bucket negate that? And darkness? I don't know. It's interesting. I like this kind of stuff.
Don't care who I was before.
Oh.
I'm gonna pave my way. I'm gonna take my chances. Cause I'm
Whoa.
a dog one stray. Now this is my place. Yeah, this is my place. Another chance.
Well, that's interesting.
Fresh start. I never knew that life could be this way. Take advantage of what I can do. I found the light.
Okay. Whoa. Okay, wow. That ended very, very quickly. That could have used a little bit of a fade out. Just saying. Plug your socials afterwards, or, use a YouTube end card or something. I heard the but it could have just been auto-tuned because it didn't sound like that was very loud. I would have liked hearing more of that. But unless it's maybe it wasn't comfortable in your range on that, maybe that's why we wanted to just add it on the end. Yeah, I feel like there was a lot to that. There was plenty that you could have built on. There was absolutely plenty vocally that you could have worked with. I think we just kind of needed to go over it a little bit more and really look at, okay, what's the bulk of our vocals going to be? How can we really push ourselves? So anyway, though, we're going to move on. CG5, Not Supposed to Love Me. I noticed they were saying that this was a very tough song for them to write. I feel like that's something similar that, folks like Black Griffin talked about. We all get our favorites. We all get a character that we really relate to. I've shared it before. My opinion on Jax completely changed over the course of this episode to the point where I feel like I relate to him more than anybody else. So, yeah, it's just very interesting. So I'm curious to see where CG5 goes with this. Let's jump into it. Ooh.
I've abandoned hope, looking for something that was real. I'll try not to think about it, I don't want to feel. Cause it's all just too much to carry, it's so much to run. I've lived in lethargy so long. I'm forever haunted by the choice.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we were going to bring in like some backing instrumentation over the piano. I like how he's doing his own song, basically. I think that's fun. I love it when characters do that. So, okay. Yeah, we are just describing his hurt and his hang-ups and how he's feeling like, yeah, I know that what I'm doing isn't healthy and it's not helpful in my situation, but it's what I've been used to, so...
So long, I'm forever haunted by the choices that I've made. Are we beyond imagining that never seems to fade?
Okay.
For every scar I've left behind comes back to me in waves. I run from love, I run away. 'Cause despite it all, I'm fine.
Okay, we're getting a change up here for the chorus here. I do like the da 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 da. We've been keeping that same structure syllabically as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, Yeah, I'd have to. Yeah, I think those are all around single syllable words. Had around 9 syllables each, I want to say. That's great, and it follows the piano really well. I was going to say if that's all we were going to do for most of the song, it was going to feel really kind of repetitive. But then even here, when he was talking, we kind of added a little bit of a change up with the vocals. Didn't follow that same structure, and that was very nice. Wait. Yeah. Never seems to fade instead of never seems to fade. So we were already kind of breaking the structure a little bit, which was nice. Hey. You know, I get thoroughly confused by how a lot of human beings think that they know everything. Because I've spent most of my life realizing that I don't know everything, so I don't even try to. I swing the opposite way, where I devalue what I know, right? The amount of gymnastics that I'd seen with people trying to argue that Jax is an actually terrible person, that he did what he did on purpose, he was trying to hurt Ribbit, he was responsible for her doing what she did, all this other stuff, this, that, and the third. I'm sorry, did no one just see it for what it was? That he was hurting? And he wanted to heal. He wanted to have friends, of course. Most of us do. But then as soon as he opened up that door, he was scared of what it would mean. So then he closed off again. And when you're scared and you want to be closed off, you don't even care if you have to push people away physically even to say, get away from me. Because you view it in your head that that is not a safe thing to do, to be open with people. And that self protection, that can trump any sort of feelings you have for anybody. That's the horror of people pleasing and that kind of thing. You're so, and just having gone through bad experiences, right? It's so terrifying to think about being open with someone, because all you think is going to await you is ultimately betrayal and rejection and people knowing too much about you. So doing this constant juggling of, I don't want you around anymore, to I don't even need people anymore, I can be self-reliant, that is the reality of these situations. So I just felt sorry for Jax the whole time. I mean, it was horrible to see a character go through that and be like, dude, just open up. These people care about you. Don't do this. I get it, though, that all you've known is rejection. And as much as we all want it, when that part of you goes, oh no, I said too much, that's really hard to mentally keep yourself open at that point. And it takes a lot of work. So for the people who think that Jax was just a terrible person, or that he became like mush at the end and he forgot everything and doesn't know anybody anymore, and Pomni's doing nothing of value, I'm like, how many of you have lived life? How many of you have gone through something with a friend and really worked on your relationship? Anyway, I love this song so far.
Feel like I was weak, so I cut them from my life, my feelings buried far beneath. No, I do not deserve to be forgiven of my sins. Shut up and leave me in ruins. Just look it all.
Because see, like right there, she did a very forward gesture of, hey, I care about you. See, I'm giving you this thing to show you. That wasn't enough. It doesn't magically trump the years of hurt that people go through when they feel this way. It takes time to heal that kind of thing, man. Gosh. Yeah. So then we go back into the typical, well, I'm fine. I can handle everything. I don't really feel anything at all. It's totally fine. No, it's not. But you never want to be open about that. I get that. Like, look, does this look like the face of someone who genuinely loved to just tear people apart? No, you're in anguish that what you believe is not what you're seeing. You genuinely believe that nobody cares about you and that there's going to be no point. People are going to leave you. You don't need to be open, all that other stuff, man. And when you get enough pushback, when that paradigm shift happens, it bucks against what you know. And sometimes it can feel very like, I just don't even want to hurt anymore. I can't believe that this isn't going the way that I expected. My protection is not working anymore. Gosh. What was the pineapple for? Great visuals. I love how he's crashing through.
Making this so hard, won't let me disappear. Somehow you see me in the dark. Too long I lived in fear, now it's too late.
Yeah, he lived in fear.
I want to go, but I chose my own fate. I hate you, but you'll still miss me. So thank you everyone whoever tried to hold me after all that's said and done. You held me close and made me understand, but I'll never come back, and you won't see me again. 'Cause you're not supposed to love me now. You're not supposed to love me now. You're not supposed to love me.
Man. Oh, was that from his other songs? Oh. Wow. Wow. The thing that was getting me on that last chorus was like, yeah, it's like to verbalize sometimes how much you don't think that someone's supposed to care. Sometimes that's kind of shocking, you know? Like, I know the reality of the people in my life and the world around me. I know how that goes. But oftentimes it doesn't make the journey to here, and I don't believe it. So I can tell myself logically, hey, this is just what the reality is. But I still go, no, it's not true. It's not true. People don't care. It's not going to be that way. Even though that's not reality. So anyway, I'm sure by, verbalizing some of that last chorus too, like, oof, I bet it would be, even though you're just telling someone else's story, to really put it into words like that, I bet that took a lot to do. So congrats, CG5. That was great. Or good job, I should say. Let's see what this next one. Wait. Okay, so hold on. Why did it do this? What's this next one? Okay, it didn't flip over for some reason. So this is another version of the one who's running the show. And let's see what we got here. By One Project. Okay.
It's news to me that it's To which degree?
He's such a. It just made me think he's such a powerful being. He can play a piano and it sounds like a harp. It made me think, gosh, wow, this randomly made me think of related to Black Griffin. I don't think Black Griffin made it, but back when taking shows and remixing songs that people played to fit it was a thing. Oh gosh, I can't remember. I think it was Pinkie Pie from Friendship is Magic. She was playing the trombone and they just did like these quick edits of her playing it over and over and put in like Banjo-Kazooie music or something. And they were like, yeah, her playing is so powerful, she can make it sound like a totally different instrument. Anyway, that's all I was thinking right there.
News to you. To which degree? Who answers to who?
Nice.
We could go on, but in the end, who are we kidding?
Hey.
My divinity is past infinity. Am I getting through? Seems our regime has
okay.
plummeted sound.
Okay.
Don't need to scream if you ain't got a mouth.
Hey.
The hand that feeds when it's the only hand you're getting. It's time you see that this great marquee is the only place you're ever gonna be. So strap on in and take it on the chin, and don't forget who's running the show.
Hey.
Now look at this. Absolute bliss.
It's so jazzy.
What a shock. Watch where you walk. I'm the host, I run the place. Kane,
Oh.
that is my name.
Okay, I thought it was going
Just
darker.
feeling used, oh, what a goddamn shame. Congratulations, all of my friends.
Interesting.
Public relations are getting a cleanse. Put on your Sunday best because I'm nowhere close to quitting. So play the games and just ignore the pains, cause all that remains is how you prime your brains. You whine to me, but you're too blind to see that I'm the one who's running the show.
Hey.
Did someone say adventures? Oh, I have just the thing.
Okay, we're adding a little bit.
Gather around my digital freaks. We've got new content to last us for weeks. Don't mind the glitches, the twitches, the sudden urge for quitting.
Okay.
In my code, my beautiful abode, so there is no point in splitting. The
Hey,
end
okay.
is near, but let's hide the fear. Just marvel at the colors I throw. I hold the keys to all your memories, so smile.
Hey.
I'm running the show.
Ooh, wait. Hold on. Ooh, okay. So I would have thought that she would go higher there at the end, and I guess she did. We kind of slid up into that higher note. Yeah, that's interesting. Very, very sort of orchestral, obviously, but I don't know. It feels like you mix the jazz with just kind of, it was almost more, let me think, because I don't know everything about classical music. I know very little, actually. I just know it sounds pretty. It felt like it was almost functioning like just a normal band would. So it felt very performative instead of we're doing this huge ensemble, right, with all these different instruments. And we're not blending this song into a classical formula, right? Like that first song that Living Tombstone did with Five Nights at Freddy's, where they did that whole orchestral ensemble. They very much took it and made it this orchestral thing. But this, it felt like it felt simpler. So I don't know anything about the particulars with that, but that was very interesting. I liked the extended amount. I felt like that added pretty well. Kept the same sort of charm of the previous lyrics. I enjoyed that. And then we hit that high note at the end. This was very cool. I don't know what we have left here. Okay, wait, hold on. this. So we have a few more. Okay, so this is by Cougar McDowell. Okay, and Don't Hug Me, I'm Extracted was by him as well. Why did I think? I guess the person they featured was the person who did the animation. That's probably what that was. Anyway, so So Hoppy was really good. Let's see what So Hoppy 2 is about.
Okay, another day in the circus. Time to hopefully. I might have looked the other way, but I'm feeling dead inside. A game I didn't want to play. Don't think I never tried. We did all that we can do, and thought all I thought I knew. Till leapfrog, but no can do. I'd rather hop away with you.
The amazing.
Okay, wait. I love that, first of all. I think in addition to how the first song was, I think making it even more upbeat is really, really cool. I like that. And also, I mean, you know, if you know how the finale went, if you know, you know, maybe this is, no, never mind. I was thinking maybe this is like an alternate universe where she does come back, you know, and all that. But anyway, though, yeah, there was I just like the upbeat nature of this. And then with the visuals as well, how it kind of sets up Ribbit as one of the ones to, you know, mess with Jax, obviously being one of the precursors to their friendship.
Leapfrog, but no can do. I'd rather hop away with you.
The amazing Ribbit.
I did the wrong thing. It must have been my calling. If you don't want to stay here, you gotta play along, dear. Made to be your friend, but he's not really sentient. If there's one thing that I should know, the eye has got to go. Jump left.
Wait. Hold on a second.
Play along, dear. Made to
I do like how they mix. Sorry, I meant to mention. I do like how Jax really handled the bass very well. They harmonize very, very well with that. And he's whoever the vocalist is for Jax hitting those really low notes. That sounds great.
be your friend, but he's not really sentient. If there's one thing that I should know, the eye has got to go. Jump left.
The eye has got to go. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know she stuck the eye. I don't know what that means, though. Let me know in the comments. Whoop. There we go.
If there's one self back then, I might have looked the other way, but I'm feeling dead inside. A game I didn't want to play, but don't think I never tried. We did all that we can do, and thought all I thought I knew. Take a leapfrog, but no can do. I'd rather hop away with you.
Okay, so this is an interesting perspective for her, where she feels like she's being ostracized, but we didn't see the room where they were talking or anything. So for her to kind of be that way, at least from what I'm seeing right here, it feels like that's pretty indicative of, you know, her experience, her own depression. It's not like it was set off necessarily by their room conversation. You know, maybe we just kind of slid past that, and then it's more how she's trying to understand Jax choosing Kaufma over her. But still, you know, it gives a different perspective on it, and I always love those.
So, why do you hate corn so much?
Ribbit, you know this.
No, I still don't get it. I did the wrong thing. It must have been my calling. If you don't want to stay here, just give in to your fear. Maybe
jeez.
be your friend, but he's not really sentient. If there's one place that I should go, Jax has got to know. Jump left, jump right. Wait, where the f was right? Just scream and shout. We're never getting out. Dumb f***ing girl had to go and play a game. Wish he had known she would lose her name.
Okay, so it's kind of like she came to him during her, you know, really feeling like things are falling apart. She reached out to him in her distress. Very interesting. Yeah.
Look the other way, but I'm feeling dead inside. A game I didn't want to play, but don't think I never tried. We did all that we
Ooh,
can do,
that was
and
cool.
thought all I thought I knew. Take leapfrog, but no can do. I'd rather hop away with you. Hey Jax, can I please get out of the rabbit costume? It's kind of tight.
Oh my gosh, that just that's funny. I just found that funny. I'm not gonna go into detail on that. That's just stupid. Oh, anyway. Okay, fine. All right. Obviously, he has a type of personality that he likes to hang out with, right? Makes sense why he went from Ribbit to Pomni, that joyful personality, that kind of thing. It made me think of a freaking bit from Whose Line Is It Anyway, where Colin Mockery, I don't even remember what the context was, but he just looks forlornly at the camera and goes, "With the wig on, you remind me of Jennifer." And it's like, whew. Anyway, just okay. This last one is going to be by JT Music, called "I Think Therefore I Am." An old psychological premise. I forgot who it was by, but basically he was thinking that there was no external reason for him to think that he was actually sentient or alive until he sat down and was like, well, I can think and I can logically determine things and assume things. So there has to be something sentient about that I can control. So that is why I am alive, I guess. I don't know. Smart people doing smarter things than what I can do. Let's jump into this. Oh my gosh. I've heard this before, I think. Okay, so, man, I have heard this song before, but it's been a minute. Man, maybe I reacted to it on my previous channel. First of all, I love the lyricism that this band does. They do so many good little moments. When they said the only thing you need to know, we're going to be getting into that. That's the precursor with the verse. But then they're saying, no, no, no. So I'm freaking out about what is going on right now. So doing double the work with the lyrics is really, really cool. Also, I mean, honestly, if you want to hear a really great rap song that's about all the different first-person shooter, like, what is it called? Those FPS games where it's like King of the Ring kind of thing. Everyone fights against everyone else to see who the victor is. From PUBG to Battlefield to COD to all that stuff. JT Music did a great rap song. And I still remember some of the bars because it was just such a good song. So, anyway, check them out. Okay, so I love how he does the rapping here and the overlap. We've seen a few artists here that do overlap when they're doing faster rap. For him, it sounds very, very natural. Like whenever there's overlapping, it doesn't feel like we're trying to rap one line really, really quickly and then smash it together with another line really, really quickly. A lot of artists can do that. But there's always the question in my mind, just like a metal vocalist not being able to perform metal screams live, how many faster artists can actually perform something like that live? Because I feel like it's disingenuous if you can't rap something quickly, whether it's live or in the studio where you're doctoring it together. I like the idea outside of space, but not out of time. You're not out of time. You're just going to be stuck here. I love that line. I thought that was really cool.
Space, but not out of time. The one bound to read, which you now confined behind bars and cold. Never stop. Day after day, no telling why, but I'm here to stay in this hell of mine. With every power take, another crowd in line, and every curtain call, there's a mountain climb. Buried in binary, towered high, with everyone in zero, we're powered by. Can a neural network without a spine is supernatural answer? We're bound to find. I'm becoming a god in my crown of shine. Did the only thing you find that's about to find. This is the final supper, and I'm about to dine. Give me all your water when you're out of wine.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. The thing about this too, because I want to tie this back structurally to what we were looking at with a previous song. He does have similar flow, but he switches it up a little bit a few times in that verse, which is great. But then also with every single line, he's adding so much oomph. He is adding so much character to it. So that really covers a lot of what could otherwise be, how it's just that idea of adding charisma to a song can do so much more to not only keep your audience invested, but show the emotion that you want to convey about the characters. So I always stress that. If you're recording any music, whether you're rapping or not, have charisma. Learn your song well enough that you can add all this character to it and put all these things, because it's going to sound better in the end instead of just rapping. So.
This is the final supper and I'm about to dine. Give me all your water when you're out of wine. Start the party up without advice. Welcome everybody with a violent vibe. You won't have a map, but I'll allow you cry. Another broken soul, I never found the light. Couldn't get with the program, what you're now inside of. And I'll confirm the countless times around these words, around these rhymes. And now we're cursed, around we ride without reverse. Around we wind, and how it hurts 1,000 times. And I feel burning down like lights. Am I censored? Do I get right? No foul language.
Okay. So first of all, what is it called? Alliteration. I love the alliteration here. I had to think for a second as whether or not I was hearing some of the rhyming done over and over and over. But it literally was, I've wound these words around these rhymes, so the rhyming there. And now we're cursed, and round we ride. We're riding around.
Around we ride without reverse. Around we wind.
Without reverse, we can't go back. Rewound, we wind. So, I mean, just it's so good. And then also, out or now we first without in time to out to so it's out to That's what we're repeating over and over. That's an inner rhyme scheme. That's a really good thing that people do with rap.
I feel burning down like lights. Am I censored? Do I get right? No foul language, babblerize. Gotta keep it clean in a house of lies. An original thought, we won't allow a crime. 'Cause any voice in your head ain't sound of mine. So when you doubt your conscience, you can count on mine. Even now you're conscious, but you're how alive. Deep down we're dying and just drowning. Hide. Keep smiling, I'll get the formaldehyde. Now this may be a bit traumatic, 'cause I'm just a bit dramatic. Simply to exist is to be damned. I think therefore I am
Extracted, compacted, my life micro-transacted. Consciousness just got cashed. Similar to crypto, built for crashing. Trapped in a cartoony mess now. Literally everything I do ingest. Careful of what media you ingest. That includes what you set upon your head. I'm in an unpoppable polygonal venomous markets I got.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. This rapping's very, very good. Everyone has such great character. That adds so much, right? It's something I talked about with Stupendium. It was great that they were telling such a story and doing a lot with Jax and everybody back and forth. There were so many rhymes about the circus and about what all that stuff is, and alliterations to carnivals and all these things, which was cool. It was really, really good from a structural standpoint. But how many people are really going to be able to understand that? It got so fast, it got so wordy. It's like you would have to have the attention span to sit down and read it, which I know a lot of people don't care to do. So I want to say this was, what is her name? She's done nerdcore stuff before. I can't think of her name, but she's done a lot of tough female anime character raps. I think she described herself as a self-professed yandere. I don't necessarily agree with that being something you want to profess to be, but point being is it's part of her character and how she articulates herself with all of her rhyming and stuff. So it's really, really cool. Microtransacted to the minuscule degree Kane is determining how they live their life. Yeah, so your consciousness got crashed, similar to crypto, but caching it in, it could also be a cache, like a computer cache, which is basically the same thing if I remember the definition correctly. So. In a cartoony mess now, literally everything I do ingest. Careful of what media you ingest. That includes what you set upon your head. So setting upon your head, the headset, everything I do ingest. But also ingesting the media. So saying, be careful of what you ingest. Be careful of what you put in front of yourself. So. Just her face right there, like, what? Terms of the condition, that's computer speak with like, this is the terms of what we have to do if you're agreeing to be in this situation. But then, the condition being untreatable, we can't help you out of this situation. So but I feel my teeth are pulled. Nothing is real, but I feel my teeth are pulled. I feel like that's just simply saying she feels like it's pulling teeth. Like, I can't, you know, what is it? Things are annoying. It feels like pulling teeth. I just want an answer. I just want to get out of here. And it feels like pulling teeth. So. Ooh, okay. So saying he's a wolf, but I'm not a sheep. I can think for myself and I can see underneath the wool. So pulling a wool over your eyes, you're trying to act like everything's okay, but also wolf in sheep's clothing. Great little flip right there. I like that. So. Ooh, okay. Oh my gosh. Geez, we're getting a lot of interesting schemes here. Cain is enable. So Cain and Abel, but also literally enable with how they sucked up together. But enabling things to go a certain way. He's enabled to either reap or sow. So you can either take away or you can give something to someone. So when you make vegetables out of people, bro. So I think this was before we knew about the consciousness being put into the circus. So we thought everyone was in their headsets just kind of, you know, lying as a vegetable in a comatose state as they were in the game. So leave it to me to see what other people don't. So E to O is the rhyme scheme we have going on here. A secret not so concealable. I like how there's almost the like a double E scheme at the first part of these lines as well. It's very cool. Why avoid what we all know? Well, we're just talking about a void, but also saying why avoid it? We all know what's going on. Why avoid it? Why not talk about it? So. We all know Cain is unable to either reap or sow. When you make vegetables out of people, bro, you get a sacrifice quite feasible for someone uneven and unbeatable. Taught us that death might be cheatable, but from this dream I'm unpinchable. The exit is unexitable. So it's I'm unpinchable, like the idea of pinch me. I feel like I'm dreaming. She's unpinchable. So. I can be a bit dramatic, but isn't this a bit traumatic? Simply to exist is to be dead. I think therefore I am so miserable, but at the least slapstickable. I'm a damaged mannequin, unfixable, so don't bug this money, I'm undrinkable. Look at these misfits, so pitiful. If it was kickball, all unpickable. Cyclically predictable. If y'all don't applaud, I know crickets, so I guess. Oh, interesting. Instead of saying crickets will, crickets wool. So it's a slant rhyme you can do. Unpickable, crickets wool. So we know logically as you're listening to the song what is being said, but it does trick your brain because, you know, you're not saying the exact word, but, you know, basically what's going on. I'll just say this, though. I have seen this with a bunch of artists, and I get it. I mean, I know rap is obviously, it's about showing your ability to set up a visual structure, right? Put something in front of someone's mind. If it was kickball, you're unpickable, right? I don't care about you guys. If this was kickball. But for the song itself, it feels like it just turns into like I'm wanting to showcase my rap ability instead of always telling a story. And I get that's the whole dichotomy, right, of being an artist, especially in the rap scene, where it's about you do, by the very nature of what you're doing, showcase your ability. But then you can also just play to the crowd where you do what you know they're going to enjoy. And a lot of the time, your audience isn't going to need all of this extra stuff because they're not looking into it. They're not actively learning about the genre. And I know half of the reason why I do what I do is to try and encourage people to, you know, understand more of this genre. But I feel like sometimes it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's still a little bit extra sometimes. But that's just my thought. That's just my thought. It's still really good. It's just, you know. These misfits so pitiful. If it was kickball, all unpickable. Cyclically predictable. If y'all don't applaud, I know crickets. So I guess I'll not put a smile on. Don't let what's inside be the style you don. Play your tiny violin. Smile on, style you don. Great wordplay that they keep going here.
It's like belief in God. It's a comfort to pretend it's real when you feel it's not. This will be.
That was interesting. I'm not going to go into biblical discussion, but I think that's a very interesting way of viewing God as something to believe in, even if you don't think he's real, then why do it? I don't know. Anyway. Very nice. Very, very nice. These guys don't miss. They do a really, really good job. I know I had said a few things here and there about some of the lyrics and stuff, but all in all, these are great songs. So please go to the link in the description and support the people that made this. That's really all I gotta say about that. Thank you guys so much, especially for appreciating these less frequent uploads. It really does help me out in a lot of ways, even if it doesn't get, probably as many views as it would if I'm making one video for every time this stuff uploads, you know what I mean? Just trying to take care of this, just like these folks in the circus. And that's all I gotta say about that. Thanks for watching.